Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Jones and welcome to my channel. Can you believe this is week 24? I can't believe it. I am still going. Oh, I know every week has been perfect, but I'm still tracking, I'm still recording, and so here we are, week 24. And today I'm just gonna do the same old that I've been doing, just share, my calorie average and macro average and talk a little bit about what I ate in my workout, and of course I'm gonna weigh in. So if you're interested in all that, please keep watching. Okay, so I thought I would go ahead, get it out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and do my week 24 weigh-in. Here we go. Hi, I'm gonna do my weigh-in. It is 12:57, November 3rd, 2021, Wednesday. And as usual, I'll put my phone here. Da-da-da-da. 209.6. Hey, I lost again. Bye-bye. So, all right, so that is this week's weigh-in. I lost 1.8 pounds. So that is really awesome. Like if every week I would lose that, I would be so happy. Some weeks I lose more, but then I've had quite a few here lately where I lost less. So I'm really tickled. So 1.8 pounds, a 1.8 pound weight loss. So now I'm going to go ahead and share some of my calorie and macro averages, because that way, I don't know, I am tracking it so that I can start getting an idea of what seems to be working for me. Like, what am I eating? How much of it? Things like that, to see if there's any kind of patterns there that I can see helps me with weight loss. And I'm sharing them with you guys because, I don't know, I thought that maybe it could give you ideas about your health and weight loss goals too. Like if you can see what's working here, maybe you'll be like, that may work for me too. I don't know. So anyway, so here we go. Okay, so for week 24, my average calories that I ate when I added up the whole week and divided it out was 1,264. So I ate 1,264 calories and lost 1.8 pounds. But I have more. So here's also my macros for this week. So my average protein, the average amount of protein that I ate this week, 136 grams of protein a day was what it averaged out to. The average fat that I ate each day was 36 grams. Kind of low, right? So yeah, I don't know, everybody's got their own opinion of it. That's just how it turned out. My average carb intake was 110. So this week I lost 1.8 pounds. I ate an average of 1,264 calories, 136 grams of protein, 32 grams of fat, and 110 carbs. And I had an average of 30 grams of fiber. So yeah, so I don't know. That seems about, I guess it's about right. It may be, I know you always hear eating 1,200 calories and losing 2 pounds a week, and I guess it's not going to happen exactly like that, but I ate a little over 1,200 and lost a little less than 2. But I'm losing, and I feel like I'm eating a pretty healthy diet, so as long as it's on the right track. And another thing, so my average workouts for this week, I worked out every single day this week for 30 minutes. I did ballet. That's the only thing I did this week, was ballet all week long. I worked, and every day I did 30 minutes of ballet, and one day I took a live class, and I was in the class for 45 minutes on Zoom. I took a live class on Zoom. And so yeah, so I had a lot of exercise this week too. So this week I'm eating a lot of the same kinds of things. I'm drinking bone broth made, by Dr. Axe, that brand, I think Ancestral Nutrition or something like that. So the bone broth and the chocolate collagen drink made by Bulletproof, and I've also had some chocolate and vanilla whey protein drink made by Garden Alive. So I had that for like some of the protein. And then for my meals, I had spring mix, the greens that you buy, and then I made my own kind of homemade well, I call it like ranch dressing, but it doesn't really have any ingredients of ranch, but it just tastes like it to me. But I just kind of mix in a little bit of almond yogurt with olive oil, lemon juice, and some parsley, and I kind of stir it up and put a little salt. Oh, it's so good. And I use almond yogurt, plain almond yogurt. It's a very different kind of consistency than like coconut yogurt and things like and dairy yogurt and all that. It seems like it's thicker and creamier, more like a creamy ranch dressing, you know. And I'm having to, for anybody who's not watching, I'm having to do things like that because I'm on a pretty restricted diet because of tummy issues that I've had for a while now. And I'm still eating strawberries and blueberries with coconut yogurt. That is so good. And then I put a little bit of stevia in there, or monk fruit. And I'm eating soup I put beef, tomatoes, carrots, and broccoli in it. And then with my strawberries and blueberries, I'm having coconut yogurt and dairy yogurt, either one, both plain. And then as a little treat, I got myself, this goes across Halloween. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna have for Halloween? I want a little treat. The brand is called Unreal, but they're like, you know, a healthier version of candy. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like the Almond Joy or Mounds bars. There's no almonds in it, but it's that coconut with the chocolate around it. And it's just Unreal coconut. I'll put a picture here if I find one. Unreal coconut bars. I don't know, something like that. But they're really, really, really good. I think the Unreal chocolate coconut minis. I wrote it down. Unreal chocolate coconut minis. They're so yummy. So that's basically everything I ate. And I wanted to also add, as far as intermittent fasting goes, I'm also averaging out because, you know, I'll always say that I'm fasted either 12 hours or 16 hours. And so now I'm just kind of adding it up each day and dividing it out too. And I did intermittent fasting for an average of 14. I fasted for an average of 14 hours every day this past week too. And so I think that is everything. Yeah, so I think that, I feel like things are kind of getting back on track. I know that it'd be really cool if I was losing more weight and able to eat more, but I went about a month without losing very much weight, so I'm really excited that I'm starting to lose weight again. I don't know, I think that every day is just kind of learning as I go and seeing what works. That's part of the reason I'm keeping all of these statistics, trying to figure, you know, so it'll help me try to figure out what does work. And I sure hope it helps you as well. I've been so grateful that I've been feeling so much better than I did this summer. This summer, for anyone who didn't watch, I had some pretty big gut issues. I was having major reactions to things that was terrifying me. The reactions was causing this immense air hunger. It made me feel like I was being held underwater all the time. And I'm seeing, you know, I don't know, I won't get too much into it because I don't want to bore any of you guys, but I am still seeing my regular doctor that I've been, my normal general practitioner, the, you know, primary care physician doctor. I still see her. We're still seeing each other once a month, and I'm checking in with her. But because it was gut related, I found another doctor, an integrative doctor, who is, so it's a combination of both our, you know, normal general medicine that, you know, we're used to when we go to the doctor, but it mixes it with alternative medicine. And I know that on the alternative side, they really focus a whole lot on things that originate in the gut and healing the gut. They really like break it down a little bit more than the traditional medicine does. And so I found a doctor to work with me on that, an integrative doctor out of Atlanta, and from Center Spring MD is the name of the place. And so there's been quite a bit coming back on that. I have quite a few issues going on in my gut that can actually lower some of my neurotransmitters. Apparently, like serotonin, a lot of serotonin is made in the gut, some dopamine. Your immune system is developed in the lining of your gut. A lot of things I didn't know, and I'm learning. So it's really explaining a whole lot of what happened this summer, that I really had some pretty major gut issues. And so that actually explains even, you know, some of the anxiety things that I was having, because it turned out that, you know, that a part of the air hunger was anxiety, a big part of it, or just the neurotransmitters being like, I'm not sure, but I know that when I started supplementing with some of these things that help build that, my air hunger has gotten so much better. I still actually have some here and there, but it's nothing like that first 90 days. And I kind of set out, you know, that like my primary care physician had me start doing what she calls mindfulness. I don't know if you guys have watched that, but I'm still doing that. Like, I'm kind of committed to this list that I made after that doctor's visit. It's stuff that I do every single day. And I don't know, I'm just like holding it with both hands. I'm so dedicated to doing it because that was when I started feeling better and everything started getting better. So it's just like a list of different things, like just doing home therapy, what I call home therapy, and self-care and mindfulness, and just, you know, like meditation each day, and reading a little bit of a positive book. I'm also spiritual, so like reading the Bible is a part of it too. You know, just things like that. Like also there's things that I'm really trying, like making these videos and stuff, that's a part of the list too, like doing a little bit towards things that I really, really enjoy, and working out. Like, I just have this list, and every day I'm doing a little bit towards it, and it just seems like everything's getting better and better. So I'm just so dedicated to what I call my list. So I've been doing that. So I guess that's everything, you know, in a nutshell. I don't want to go too much into everything, like I said, and bore you guys or anything, but that is it. So yeah, so back on the right track. The weight isn't just falling off, but it is coming off. I'm so grateful for that. And if you guys have any stories, anything you'd like to share with me, please do. I love reading your stories. Like, I don't know, a lot of you have told me about your journey, and it's so inspiring to me. I love hearing about it, and it feels like such a neat community. So if you want, please share your story with me. I'd love to hear it. And let's see, I guess that's about everything. I'm trying to put together something for January that if anybody wants to join in, I'm trying to make it like multifaceted, you know. And I'm a little nervous because I haven't done anything like this before, and I'm still in the process of achieving my goals too. But I just thought that it would help all of us if we have kind of a community. So check that out. I'm updating it each day, trying to put something together for starting in the New Year's 2022. My website is aheroawakens.com. If you're interested in participating further, join in the community in some way. The community, I don't have anybody there yet, but you may be one of the first people. But if you're interested, please check it out, aheroawakens.com. And I guess that's everything. So yeah, so just always try to remind all of you, and it helps remind me too, you know, don't give up on your dreams. Please keep going. I know that for me, when like if any goals, but like an example, like with weight loss, when you have those weeks where it's like just your weight loss is stopped, it just seems like really hard. It's kind of hard to push through those times. And I'm just here to remind myself and to remind you guys, push through it. Let's keep going. We don't give up on our dreams and goals. And that applies to any and every goal that you have. If there's anything that you're really, really wanting to do, I don't know. One thing I'm just kind of figuring out with my list, like I told you about and everything, is that whatever you can do that's meaningful, small but meaningful, that's my thing, is each day, like towards like even making these videos and taking the ballet classes and doing my diet. What can I do that's small but meaningful? Like if I don't have the time or the energy to do more, small and meaningful, like something that would just kind of mean something but doesn't take but a moment to do, still gets you, you know, doing a little bit each day. And eventually, you know, it adds up, because there's going to be other days where you feel like doing more, or at least I've noticed that's happening with me. And I just want to put that out there to you guys, because I know how I felt when it started feeling like it just seemed like it just wasn't going to happen. Like this just may be my new normal, and that doesn't feel good. It's a very hopeless feeling. And if any of you are feeling that, I just want to share that with you on these little baby steps. I have so much, so far to go, so much to learn, but so far that's one of the things I figured out, and it feels so different. I want to share it with you so that to maybe, you know, give hope for your life. Don't give up on your dreams. Stay committed to them. Do whatever you can that's small but meaningful, and that is about everything. I'm gonna hush. I can just talk and talk, can I don't know. Talk. But anyway. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.